behind a Jeep Trailhawk. And I just gotta ask, what exactly is somebody supposed to look at that badge? Now, you can't, from this distance, from any distance, you can't look at that shit and you can't tell that that Trailhawk says Trailhawk. You can't see it. It's so far away. The print is so fucking small. The only thing that would let you know is the fact that the badge is red rather than black. And the rest of this thing, I mean, it's just a regular Grand Cherokee. I mean, you know, it's just the average one. You know, it's actually got nice lettering, and the front of it has like red hooks and everything. Yeah, that's kind of cool because that helps at least, you know, make it so you notice it. But goddamn, they didn't give it the Hellcat hood. They gave it a stupid badge. All you had to do is put the regular Hellcat, just put the Hellcat's head, the little cat head on that shit, and you would have had a winner. But instead, they just fucked it all up. Once again, back by popular demand, let's count the Trackhawk weekend. Count the Trackhawk weekend. So, this Challenger here is still sitting here. This yellow Hellcat's still sitting here. I know these things are going to sell. It's just that it may take a little while considering we're entering winter. You remember those from last video. But some of these things are going to sit here because, you know, the problem is ultimately we're going into winter. And right now, nobody is really trying to buy a fucking race car when, you know, you're about to be dealing with ice. But as you can see, we got loads of Hellcats, loads of TAs, the Trans Am models. Okay, what do we got here? One Trackhawk. Oh. Count them. One black Trackhawk. No discount on the window, but I'm pretty sure they're open to offers, you know, that are reasonable. I don't think they have much of a choice if they want to sell it. It's a damn shame. All they had to do was put the Hellcat hood on it, put the badges on it, and then call it the Jeep Hellcat. Everything would have been perfect. Look at this one. This is a customer shaker. Silent service. I don't know what that means. I love my SS. Yeah. Okay. Hopefully we see some nice goodies. I'm expecting that there'll be some 2019 Chargers here. The, what is it? The Super Scat Pack Plus, if we're lucky. Let's see what kind of goodies we've got waiting for us. Let's see what kind of goodies. State Trooper. Alright, let's see what kind of goodies. Okay, those both look like Hellcats there. We'll get to the Trackhawks in a minute. Yeah. Okay, this is that Super Scat Pack Plus. What is it called? Challenger, because as you can see, $392. Bunch of Daytonas. And Durangos are just sitting there collecting leaves. It's like somebody's got to do something. Won't you come and take one of these babies home? All these Jeeps. All these Jeeps. They have a huge Jeep selection. Problem is, the one you want is the one that they've overpriced and didn't give it a good name, or, you know, a Hellcat hood. So anyway, Cherokees, compasses, Cherokees. Yeah, make this quick. 2 Trackhawks. Oh. 3 Trackhawks. Oh. 4. 5. 6. 7. Okay, so I guess that's, what is that? Total of 7? It looks like, whoa, maybe they sold some. I don't know. Maybe they Maybe they got rid of a couple. Well, that's better than nothing, huh? Okay. Well, that's good. Hopefully they went to another dealer or sold or something. Hopefully. But you just never know. Oh shit, they got razor wire here. She'll fuck your shirt up. Okay, what they got as far as charges go? What's the selection? What's the charger selection? What we got? We got these GTs. They got the ugly nose and the boring hood. Don't want that. Keep moving. I know some people, they buy it, they don't even think twice about it. But you know, we're all about style here. Okay, it looks like they've sold most of those Chargers. That's a good sign. Yeah, see, there's certain cars that move. And I know those GTs with the all-wheel drive. I know those move. Alright, well, that was fun. Not much else to see here. Not much else to see. So that was very educational. I didn't see the Rhino blue one, or the Rhino gray, whatever they call it. Okay. Something green over here. What's that? Uh-oh. What's this? Looks like two Hellcats just sitting there. These are probably customer cars. Let's just take a quickie look. No, okay, one's a Hellcat, the other one's a other one's a 392. These are customer cars. No story there. Keep it moving. Oh, look at this guy. Gotta get those Jeeps all fixed up for the winter, everybody. Make sure you do your winter maintenance. Make sure you got your proper tires. It's time to put away those summer tires. Time to put away the drag tires. Hey, there's a red Viper back there. I'd actually walk over to it and look at it if I gave a damn. I don't care about the Viper. Bye, Viper. Okay. It's all about the Hellcats. The demons. Where's the demons? Oh, look, they got a black Jeep Grand Cherokee 2015. Looks like it. Could be a 14, but that's like a 2014, 2015, one of the two. Uh-oh, somebody just bought themselves a Durango. Good lady. Good. Very nice. Styling. Uh-oh. Oh, I saw the yellow bumper guards. I thought he had some serious power. That guy's got, looks like he probably has like a regular RT model. Look at this guy. You know, it's like a universal thing. Nobody takes their bumper guards off. Nobody wants to. Why take your bumper guards off when it's eye-catching? You don't want to take your bumper guards off. Keep them shits on. All right, let's see this guy. Wow, it's a woman driving it. Damn. These women are buying them challenges. It's like, I guess they want their hands on that American muscle. All right. Well, that was Count the Trackhawks weekend. And so far so good, I guess. But winter is coming. It's like Game of Thrones says, winter is coming. And when winter gets here, it's like, you know, I know they're going to put some markdowns on some of these cars, especially these summer cars. But winter is coming. Yep. Get these Wranglers. It's a nice off-road vehicle. 7,000 off, 5,000 off. This ugly one right there that somebody fucked up is still sitting there. Can't sell that one because it's ugly. Alright, so I guess that's about it for right now. That's Count the Trackhawk weekend entering November. Not only do I have a SRT Durango right next to me, but on top of that, in front of him is an SRT white 300C. Now, you don't see that much. I don't know how I'm supposed to catch up to him because this traffic sucks. Let's see how I catch up to these dudes. Goddamn traffic. Yeah, that it's like we're like a club. That guy, you know, every time I see that 300, I really miss that car. But it's so sad that the 300S looks exactly like the 300 SRT because they put the same stuff on it with the exception of the wheels. It's a bit of an annoyance. It ruins the specialness of it. Here, there you go. So we got the 300. Oh, is that a woman? Or is it a little guy? It's a little guy. Yeah, I miss this car. This is such a good car. He has the white paint with the orange interior. Or the sepia, I should say. Wow. Thing's pretty fucking badass. Badass, yo. It's like we've got our own road course out here. Traffic. So we got another day driving around, making another little addendum about the XT5. I know there's a lot of people interested in the XT4, mostly because the price is a little bit cheaper than this one. And I have to say, Cadillac did a really smart thing by making the XT4 to complement the XT5, because some people really don't want to have to spend $55,000 on one of these cars. But hopefully they'll hurry up and they'll make the interior of this car more like the XT4, because, you know, there's certain things that the XT4 has that stand out a lot. Like, for instance, the mere fact that in this car you can't turn off the auto stop and start feature and it stays on. Some people, especially these older people, they won't care about any of that because they don't speed and they don't have to blow through freaking yellow lights like I do. So just, you know, that was a perfect case in point. Now see, had that been in my had that been like my my SRT, when you step on that gas, there is no lag. And it's funny because this car is naturally aspirated V6, but the problem is it's still a relatively low displacement V6. It's like 3.6 liter. But when you have like a V8 or something, you get that automatic torque. The only other way you get that is if you have a electric motor in your car. Like if you have like a Tesla or something, you get that instantaneous torque. So, oh, okay, as you can see, this car has the warning about to crash into that, what is that, Acadia. And that Acadia is pretty much the same thing I'm driving. The only difference is this one is, you know, styled as a Cadillac. But we're getting closer and closer to winter. Winter is coming. Tuesday, the repudiation of the GOP and Donald Trump is coming. And then after that, it's going to be a cold-ass winter. So I know there's a lot of people who are thinking about getting these SUVs, these crossovers. But Cadillac's problem is that they don't, right now, they don't have a 3-row crossover, which is amazing because my aunt's 2009 SRX, which she still has 3 rows in it. So what I heard was GM was supposed to be making what's called the XT8. And if they make the XT8, then you'll get your 3-row crossover. You hear it? The engine turned off. You can hear it. You can't hear it because the engine turned off. So when you let go of the gas, I'm sorry, when you let go of the brake, stop is turned off right then when you let go of the brake. Other than that, the start stop comes on. It's a little, you know, I mean, most people won't even notice it. Some people won't care. But me personally, I like the ability to turn that off in certain cases, you know, because it kind of, you know, it's kind of off-putting. But some people don't even complain about it. Some people don't even notice that it's happening, you know. But I would never want to take the chance that the engine comes off. Ride quality, yeah, these cars are pretty comfy. They're a lot like they're like Bob's Discount Furniture sofas. It's not overly comfortable like if you were in, say, a Mercedes S-Class or something that has seats that are amazing. Like, you know, it's good enough. I mean, you know, it's comfortable enough where you can sit there. It's nice and quiet. As you can see, it's a very quiet ride. But, you know, the seats are pretty standard fare. And it's funny because the XT4 gives you everything for the same price. The ST4 is giving you heated, cooled seats with massage buttons. And, you know, I like having those extra little gimmicks because, you know, they're fun for long-range drives and whatnot. Or they're even fun when you're just sitting in traffic. And I would say that's the one feature that I, you know, hope more and more of these cars will have. Like, they'll have adaptive cruise control so that when you're sitting in traffic, the car can, you know, stop and go on its own and not run into the next guy, you know. But this car is it's funny because Cadillac called this the luxury trim. And the next step up, I think, is like the luxury platinum or something like that, or the luxury premium. But the problem that I had was the luxury trim, I guess, is what they expected to sell the most of, because pretty much you can tell which one's which just by looking at the wheels on most of these things, because the luxury all-wheel drive pretty much comes with the same level wheels. But what kills me is the fact that little things like heated and cooled seats don't come with the freaking luxury trim. It's like, how do you call yourself a $55,000 luxury car and you don't got the heated and cooled seats? And I'll tell you, you know, I'm glad to see that you got the pano roof, but everything's got that. I mean, if I'd gotten a Jeep Cherokee or even one of these shitty Nissan Rogues or something like that, I still would have been able to get like the panoramic roof because they pretty much put that in everything. But you know, I'm disappointed with Cadillac for not having little driver features like that, like you know, the heated cooled seats. They should have had that. I can understand not having the massage seats, but even that is something that should have been an easy add-on option, if not already dealer ordered and installed by the dealer. So you know, I mean, it's a great car. It has great looks. It has a great paint job. Even I think this paint job and that paint job are pretty much the same on that Acadia. But because of the way Cadillac styles the car and the way they style the headlights, you know, this car stands out more than that car would. That car looks pretty standard fare for an SUV. And, you know, I mean, these are pretty nice cars. Cadillac has definitely stepped up their game. But it's like some things that they allow to get past beta. I don't understand how they allow certain things to get past beta. They just shouldn't. Because if it was me, I would have been a raving lunatic in those meetings. I would be like, nah, man, you got to have heated, cooled seats. It's like, how you call yourself a luxury car, you don't have heated, cooled seats? It's like, you got to have them both. I mean, if a fucking Kia or one of those Optimas comes with it for $40,000, I mean, come on. $40,000 Kia is coming with shit like that. I mean, you know, you're Cadillac. You're supposed to be the best of the best, you know? It's like, until you take that attitude, it's like, yeah, we got to crush our enemies and gap our opponents. Until you take that attitude, you know, a lot of people, they're going to just go with the Jeep Grand Cherokee. And to tell you the truth, this vehicle right here is actually slightly more comfortable than the Jeep Grand Cherokee, simply because it's lower to the ground. But it's different types of vehicle, because the Jeep Grand Cherokee is actually closer to being a truck. This is more like a crossover. But the Jeep Grand Cherokee, because it weighs so much, because it's so much higher, because of the tire size and everything, the loading, that thing drives more like a truck than this does. This drives a little bit closer to a car. And also, you know, if you're an older person and you don't want to have to take high steps off the ground, you want something a little bit closer to the ground, it's like this is definitely going to suit you more than one of these high SUVs, which you probably wouldn't want. You know, a lot of them are comfortable just buying a minivan. And as you know, Chrysler pretty much owns the minivan market. because they make a minivan that feels very luxurious inside. You know, but that's pretty much it. I mean, it's a really, really nice car. I don't know what they'll have in 4 years when it comes time to take this back. But, they hold up and they work, and that's all it really has to do.